What if there was just one rule that could unlock unshakable, lasting happiness, no matter how chaotic life gets? No hacks, no rituals, just a mindset so powerful, ancient warriors, emperors, and philosophers lived and died by it. This isn't about motivation, it's about liberation from the thoughts that steal your peace and the expectations that break your spirit. And when we get to the third part, it might just rewire the way you view your entire life. Drop a comment below when it hits you. Let's go. Part 1. Detach from what you can't control. You wake up. You check your phone. You scroll through other people's lives. Your mind is already comparing, chasing, resisting. Before your feet even hit the floor, your peace is gone. And here's the brutal truth. Most of that stress, it's because you're trying to control things you never had power over. Someone else's opinion, the outcome of a risk, whether the world goes your way today. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." He didn't say, "You might find it." He said, "You will." That's not philosophy, that's a blueprint. The Stoics understood that if you want eternal happiness, you have to stop gambling your peace on unstable things. Let me ask you something. How often have you said, "I'll be happy when they text back, when the job works out, when the money comes, when things finally calm down"? The problem isn't that you want those things. The problem is you've tied your internal peace to external chaos. That's like building a house on an earthquake zone and wondering why it keeps collapsing. Here's the shift. Instead of asking, "How can I fix everything out there?" ask, "What part of this is mine to control, and what part is just weather?" When someone disrespects you, that's weather. How you respond, that's you. When the world throws fear and uncertainty at your feet, that's weather. Whether you spiral or stay grounded, that's you. When you detach from what you can't control, you don't become passive. You become precise. You stop bleeding energy into things that don't move the needle. You reclaim your bandwidth, your focus, your sanity. This is where power lives. In saying, "Let the storm come. I won't waste my time trying to stop the rain. I'll build a roof." And when you live like that, happiness stops being a prize you chase. It becomes a byproduct of how you think. Part 2. Choose virtue over outcome. Imagine this. You do the right thing. You work hard. You're honest. You show up with love, discipline, integrity. But it still falls apart. The job doesn't work out. The person walks away. You don't get the credit. You're left wondering, was it even worth it? That's where most people break, because they were never really in it for the action. They were in it for the outcome. Here's the Stoic mindset shift. Your peace should come from your actions, not their results. Epictetus said it best. Do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, want them to happen the way they do, and you will find peace. That doesn't mean give up. It means anchor yourself in virtue, not validation. See, if your happiness depends on everything going your way, you're not free. You're a slave. A slave to outcomes, a slave to praise, a slave to winning. But when you act from principle, when you do the right thing because it's the right thing, no one can take that peace from you. You told the truth, even if it cost you. You stayed kind, even when they didn't. You kept going, even when it got hard. You stayed you, even when the world tried to twist you. That's strength. The Stoics believed that virtue is the only true good. Not wealth, not pleasure, not reputation. because all those things can be taken away. But your character? That's yours. Every time you choose courage over comfort, honesty over ease, discipline over distraction, you build a kind of quiet, indestructible confidence. Not because things always go right, but because even when they go wrong, you didn't betray yourself. And that's the kind of happiness no one can steal. Part 3. Want less, live free. You've been taught that more is better. More success, more money, more attention, more everything. But the Stoics would look you dead in the eye and say, the man who needs less owns himself. See, most of your suffering comes from one place: wanting things to be different, wanting people to treat you a certain way, wanting more recognition, more results, more. And when you don't get what you want, frustration. When you get it and lose it, anxiety. And when you do get it, it's never enough. You're trapped in a cycle. Marcus Aurelius, Emperor of Rome, had everything: power, wealth, influence. But even he wrote in his journal, "If you seek tranquility, do less, or do what's necessary, what the logos of a social being requires, and in the requisite way, which brings a double satisfaction, to do less, better." In other words, stop craving more, start mastering less. Most people think freedom is about adding, but the Stoic path says it's about subtracting desires, attachments, ego. Imagine waking up and not needing people to like you, not needing the weather to be perfect, not needing your plans to go exactly right. You'd be untouchable, not because life got easier, but because you got lighter. That's real freedom. To walk through life without needing it to please you at every turn, to enjoy what comes, accept what leaves, and remain at peace in the middle of it all. You don't need more motivation. You need less dependency, less clinging, less chasing. You'll find that the less you expect, the more you can appreciate. The less you desire, the more space you create for clarity, calm, and even joy. So when things feel heavy, when the world overwhelms you, ask, what am I wanting right now that I don't actually need? And let it go. Because the truth is, you don't need to get more to be free. You just need to want less. And that's the paradox that changes everything.